We are live and it is time to crown a championship because somebody wants the checkered flag flies tonight for the Ford 400 at Homestead-Miami Speedway will win the Nextel Cup Series championship for the first time in their career. Down to two drivers into the season finale, into the final race of the chase, and those two drivers are Jimmie Johnson and Dale Earnhardt Jr., two of the more polarizing drivers from our generation meaning my generation, meaning most of your guys' generation, but maybe not all of yours. This is going to be very, very interesting to say the least. Anything can happen. Jimmie Johnson has a pretty substantial points lead coming into this race after a second place finish in the Southern 500 last night. Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished right behind him in third, keeping himself in contention coming into the final race of the season. Jimmie Johnson, it's pretty simple. All he has to do is finish 40th or better, and he will be the Cup Series champion. If he leads a lap, he's got to finish 41st or better. If he ends up leading the most laps, 42nd or better. So things are looking very, very good for Jimmie Johnson coming into this one. Just literally has to survive this race at all costs, and he will be the Cup Series champion. But again, it is not impossible. He could finish outside the top 40, and Dale Jr. could go in there, sweep the win, and take away the title. Anything could happen. Johnson has not DNF'd at all this season. Knock on wood that hopefully tonight is not the first night. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we are about to get into the Ford 400 season finale at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005 season is about to come to an end, but we still got 400 miles and 267 laps to await the finish and crown the champion. Green flag is in the air, and we're underway. Jimmie Johnson trying to get this lap led on lap one as he blocks his teammate Jeff Gordon, who qualified on the outside of the front row. Dale Earnhardt Jr. qualified outside the top five, so he's got some work cut out for him early on. Johnson slid the tires a little bit into turn three, overdrove the corner a bit, but he will still lead lap one. 5 bonus points. Now he has to finish 41st or better to win the championship tonight. Just like that. It's a good thing he got that lap led in when he did, because Kasey Kahne is already looking to the inside for second place. 2 by 2 through the field into turn three. Billy Kramer, welcome to the stream. Rookie Kasey Kahne comes into the race fourth in the point standing still. Almost put Jimmie Johnson into the wall. That was really, really close to not only making contact, but almost into the wall for Jimmie Johnson. As he hangs on the outside. Kahne's going to clear off turn two this time. Johnson in second. Kasey trying to block. Jimmie all the way down to the apron, down the backstretch, into turn three. Side drafts the 9 on corner entry. And Johnson's going after it early on. He wants to win not only the championship, but he wants to go out with a bang and win the race as well. Oh, overdrove turn one. Into the wall he went. Back and forth. Go Kasey Kahne and Kasey Kahne and Jimmie Johnson, rather. In the opening laps of the race, another Dodge Ryan Newman, who just won the Southern 500 last night at Darlington, is trying to finish out the season by winning the final 2 races. He's got 2 wins total on the year. That was his first of the chase. And Newman's trying to go for a lap led now. Jeff Gordon still got a shot to finish second in points, even though he doesn't have a chance at the championship. He's only 20 points behind Dale Earnhardt Jr. 6th place finish was not good enough for Gordon to stay in contention following last night's race. He had to finish top 3, and he was actually leading with about 6 laps to go. Unfortunately, he got shuffled out of line late. Big block. Newman in the wall now in turns 1 and 2. That was a bad block by Jimmie Johnson, and that costed Ryan Newman quite a bit. He's going to lose 2 positions, falling from 2nd to 4th. Johnson seemed like he was pretty tight in practice. And even with the clean air, that kind of seems like it's the case. He wants to get the car to roll to the bottom. Thing is, he doesn't want to loosen it up because it feels super, super stable. It feels like there's a lot of downforce on this race car. He'd like to keep it that way. So he may not really be able to pull away from the field. He did qualify on the pole, so he's obviously got some good speed, and I think a lot of that is down the straightaways. Ashton G, welcome to the stream. And this is not the final stream of NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005, but it is the final race of the season. And a chance to win our first Cup Series championship on an EA Sports video game. Hopefully next time around we can win our first season-long championship. We're 0 for 2 there. Full season points format. 0 for 2 was both in NASCAR Thunder 2004 on the channel. Casey came back to second, getting around four-time champion Jeff Gordon. Johnson won the regular season championship, but he's trying to get the clean sweep, winning the overall Nextel Cup Series championship along with it. Number one seed obviously helped him out quite a bit to get him to this point. Kane to the inside again. I'd say of everybody outside of Jimmy Johnson at the front of the field, Kasey Kahne might have the second fastest car. He's passed Johnson twice. He's trying to make it a third time now. Perhaps get his third lap led. He hasn't led more than one lap consecutively, though. Johnson gets the run off the high side off of turn 4. Little mistake, though. And it allowed Kasey Kahne to get around him into turn 1. Johnson's going to stay on the top. Kasey Kahne couldn't clear. Johnson going to side draft Kasey down the back straightaway. Still door-to-door into turn 3. Dale Jr. is working his way through the field. Could you imagine if Dale Jr. just gets up here and dumps Jimmy Johnson? It's like, oh, that's how you want to do it. I don't think that would happen. He's not a rival. Could you only imagine that? I'd probably be just as stunned as what it was when Kyle Larson took us out lap 1 of the custom schedule season on NASCAR 21 Ignition a couple weeks ago. That was probably just as shocked. Oh, Newman's in the wall again in turns 1 and 2. I saw him go way up the racetrack. And lose 3 more positions. Jeff Gordon made a nice pass on Kasey Kahne to turns 1 and 2 as well. Gordon has to beat Dale Earnhardt Jr. by 4 positions tonight to finish second in the point standings. 3 positions if he goes on to win. Obviously, that's going to be dictating on bonus points as well. Obviously, if Jr. doesn't lead a lap, Gordon leads a lap. Then he only has to finish 3 positions ahead. Gordon does own the tiebreaker. Between those two for second at least. Gordon's got 1 win in the chase. 5 on the season. Dale Jr. none in the chase. 3 on the season. Gordon and Kahne keep going back and forth for second place. That's a great battle there. Tire wear will make this race interesting. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It should be a pretty simple 4-stop race today. Probably going to short pit at some point in time in here, but I'm going to make sure I do my math correctly, that we're not short on fuel, so we don't have a situation where we need a late race caution like we needed last night at Darlington. I'm very lucky we were able to finish second. But hopefully we just go out with a bang. Not only winning the championship, but hopefully we can give you guys, most importantly, a great race tonight. Custom schedule season is going to be a lot of fun. Season-long championship is going to be even harder to try and win. Especially, there are so many new tracks that are going to be on the custom schedule season. With all those fantasy tracks, all the fantasy road courses, we'll be racing at every single one of them on the custom schedule season. So a lot of variety. I think there's only 3 tracks I'm going to more than once, which would be Daytona, Talladega, and Bristol. And every other track we're going to one time on the season. And we're not even getting to every track. I mean, there's some tracks that are on the actual Cup schedule, not only in 2004, but in real life now, that I just don't have enough room to put on there for a 36-race schedule. Looks like Kevin Harvick's up to a race-high 3rd position. Jeff Gordon's starting to fall back a bit. Casey Kane again looking to the inside of Dale, I keep saying Dale Jr. Jimmy Johnson. I don't know why I keep saying Dale Jr. Been racing as Jimmy Johnson for 34 races now, and then for whatever reason, I'm just now starting to mess that up. And Casey Kane's clear. Johnson slammed the door shut on Kevin Harvick. Oh, no! He just put Casey Kane in the wall, and Harvick's going to get to the lead. Johnson didn't even know he was there. I mean, he knew he was there, but he thought he was clear. He was just trying to fall in line behind him going into turn 1. He accidentally clipped his left rear. I don't think I've ever done that before. That was a complete accident. I had no clue. I thought for a fact he had me clear, so I was just going to pull in line behind him, and I about turned him. Kane loses, well, from the lead back to 5th, it looks like. Harvick, Gordon, and Kenseth all get around. Gordon to the inside of Harvick for 2nd. Spinning roulette wheel of drivers trying to challenge for the lead. So we see Dale Jr. back there battling for 5th. He's in this lead pack. As of right now, Jimmy Johnson has to finish 41st or better to win the championship. It was 40th or better coming into the race, but because he has 5 bonus points, now it's 41st or better. If Dale Jr. can lead a lap, then it's right back to 40th or better until Johnson can maybe lead the most laps, and that would get him another 5 bonus points. And we got one driver in the grass on the front, almost on the front stretch. They're in the middle of turns 3 and 4. That was the 30 car of Johnny Sauter. So Sauter will make his way into pit road. He was really trying to stay out of the way of everybody. Kenseth powering strong now to the inside of Johnson. The defending champion will not go back-to-back. Kenseth won the title in 2003. Johnson going to pinch Kenseth down in the middle of 3 and 4, though, trying to side draft him. Great run off the exit of turn 4 for Jimmy Johnson as well. He's not going to be able to clear that 17 car yet. Now, Kenseth may have taken the air off the left rear spoiler of the 48. Kenseth clear. Johnson going to cut underneath. Trying to get a run underneath the Roush Fenway Racing Ford. And he got him back. Kenseth's had a pretty stellar chase so far. Especially considering that he DNF'd in the first race of the chase at New Hampshire to make his way back inside the top 5 in the point standings. Got his first win of the season at Talladega. Came from a spin at Dover to finish in the top 5. Really good consistent run outside of that first race of the chase. If he didn't DNF in that race, he'd probably have a shot for the championship coming into this one as well. It's all it takes, especially when you consider Jimmy Johnson has not finished outside the top 10 in the last 10 races, which would include all 9 chase races. Showed up when it mattered the most. Hopefully on the season-long championship, I don't have to do that. Hopefully. We'll have to wait and see. Johnson wiggled big time into 1 and 2. Goes all the way up the hill, and Casey Kane's easily going to make the pass. Oh, man, big crossover. Johnson might have timed it out a little too early, though. He had to lift so he didn't turn Casey Kane. He was moving down as Kane was coming up. Flip 500, welcome to the stream. Am I doing any more live streams for 2021? If you're talking about the year, obviously, yes. If you're talking about NASCAR 21 Ignition, we will have more live streams this week. I planned on premiering the Dover career mode race, but now I'm going to have to live stream it. I can't get it recorded. There's no way. I'm way too busy tonight to record it after I'm done with this. I don't know why I was thinking I was going to be able to get that out on Tuesday. I think I was thinking I was going to be able to do it yesterday, but it took me a couple hours to get the custom schedule seasons made up for all 4 series in this game. I didn't think it was going to take me that long. I was taking my time trying to figure out the best schedule for each series that I could do and have some variety and some challenge, especially towards the end of the season. Matt Kenseth is in the chase. Yes, he is currently 5th in the standings coming in. Only 2 drivers have a shot to win the championship, though, today, and that would be Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr. Kenseth can finish as high as 4th. He's not too far behind Casey Kane. Obviously, him and Kane both in the top 5 early. Casey's already got 5 bonus points. I think Kenseth got 1 lap led in, too. It's Kevin Harvick to the inside of Kenseth. This is a pretty good race so far, though, through the first 30 laps. I do have to say. Black Ace, welcome to the stream. What's next after this is finished? Well, we'll still be having the off and on NASCAR 21 Ignition career mode. We're not done with NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. I'll be doing some custom schedule seasons for every series up next. So custom schedules is what I have on tap for this game next. And we got some fantasy tracks that I'm throwing in the Cup series. All those fantasy road courses from the EA video games will be in this. Matt Kenseth is all over the back of the 29 on the inside right now. And Harvick's not quite able to clear Jimmy Johnson up high. Still side by side down the backstretch into turn 3. Harvick hogging that bottom lane, though. See if Johnson can beat Harvick back to the gas off turn 4. It looks like he does. And he's able to clear the 29 car. So Johnson holds on the outside. Great job. Harvick challenges again down to the bottom. And turns 1 and 2. Oh, Harvick just got loose. You saw the 29 wiggle underneath the 48. 48 was trying to pinch him down. There wasn't a lot of room for error. Nearly dead even at the line that time. Wait to see if green flag pit stops actually space everything out a little bit more. It's able to clear Kenseth. Now he gets to the bottom. He'll pass Harvick back. We have to have had 10 lead changes already in this race today. For a mile and a half in the first 34 laps, that's insane. No matter what the car or the package is. Johnson's just got too tight of a car. He can't get the car to rotate to the bottom, so it's easy for him to give that lead up. He's got a lot of straightaway speed. Kenseth to the inside now. Johnson trying to pinch him down the backstretch into turn 3. He's trying to pinch the 17 down. Hopefully he keeps control. And looks like he will. Johnson gets the drive off. Kenseth trying to side draft that left rear corner panel, and he stays alongside the 48, still side by side into turn 1. Kenseth not going to be able to clear again, though. Great battle for the lead. Johnson hanging strong on the outside. I would say the car handles better in the middle of the upper groove. It's just not as fast as running the bottom. And obviously, everybody close together, it just gives an opportunity for somebody on the bottom to make a pass. Johnson trying to squeeze the 17 to Kenseth, and he did enough. Pulls clear into turn 1. Gordon to the inside of Harvick for third. Halfway through the fuel run at lap 37. Probably go just over 70 laps on fuel tonight. This is the first time we've raced at Homestead for the Cup Series, so I guess I didn't exactly know the fuel window here. Johnson's pacing to go over 70 laps. Dale Jr. is going to take it 3 wide for second. He knows if he's going to want a shot to win the championship, he's probably going to have to win the race, and Johnson's going to have bad luck. With one driver already out of the race, and Johnson can just get a couple more drivers to blow an engine before the end of this, and he may lock the championship up even before the end. Again, Johnny Sauter, rookie in the AOL 30 car for Richard Childress Racing, the only one out. Dale Jr. trying to get a lap lead. Johnson trying to make sure that's not going to happen. 3 wide for third. Harvick up the middle, trying to get around Jeff Gordon and Matt Kenseth. I had a stroke there. Trying to say too many names at once. Dale Jr. drives it in really deep. Johnson slides up the track as he gets back to the gas. Is Jr. going to lead this lap at the line? He will not. Johnson leads it. Can Jr. get the next one led? Oh, he's probably going to clear Johnson easily off turn 2. Jimmy wiggled again. The tires continue to get older. Johnson going to try to get back around him. Junior's trying to block for his life. Jimmy's almost down in the grass into turn 1. He got him back. Junior never let a lap. And Johnson's clear off turn 4. Here comes Kenseth to the bottom. Oh my goodness, what happened there? I just took off to the right. I think Kenseth led that lap. At least it wasn't Junior. Oh, Kenseth not clear with a block either. Kenseth's got a really strong car as well. Oh, up the track goes the 48. 17 went wide as well. Johnson still might have beaten Kenseth back to the gas. Here comes Junior to the bottom, though, to try and squeeze him behind the 17. And Johnson with a block. Drives it in deep into turn 3. Kenseth gets tight. He goes up the hill. Johnson to the lead. Here comes Junior trying to get them both. He's going to get by Kenseth. Johnson throws a block on the front stretch. Junior still has not led a lap. Blocking top, blocking bottom. Here comes Gordon. Junior to block him. You're talking about the career mode. Yeah, I definitely had the career mode for NASCAR 21 Ignition. It definitely could have been a good race if I could have made it to the end. It's all it takes in that game, though. It's just you get a caution and everything just gets thrown out of whack. It's like that on every track. Seemingly every track. My single, because I had a girl, she wouldn't let me be that loud. If you're talking about me, like, yelling, and yes, I am. That's pretty funny, though. I probably would have to keep it down. I wasn't here by myself half the time. A lot of Chevys at the front of the field. I think I see Tony Stewart as well starting to peek in. Jeff Gordon hauls around Harvick and he gets to the inside of his teammate Jimmy Johnson for the lead as well. Like pack racing at Homestead. Johnson trying to side draft his teammate. Elliott Sadler's growing bigger in the picture as well. Johnson got the run on the high side off turn 4. Throws a big block on Jeff Gordon down into turn 1. Oh, Gordon goes way up the track. He's in the wall. Jeff Gordon's in the wall as Tony Stewart and Kevin Harvick get underneath him. And he files himself back in line between Harvick and Dale Jr. And he overdrove that corner big time. Did that late at Darlington, too. Damaged his race car heavily. I don't think his car's going to be hurt too much. They're 3 wide off of turn 2 between Sadler, Dale Jr. in the middle, Jeff Gordon up high. Now they're side by side into the corner. Johnson trying to block Harvick. Johnson slides up the track as he gets back to the gas. Still able to block Harvick off the exit of turn 4, top, bottom. I'll tell you what, if it stays like this the whole race, this is going to be one of the best races of the season. Too bad the championship isn't closer for your guys' sake, at least. For the entertainment factor, that would just make things even more nail-biting. Always next season for that, though. Any series, really. Johnson side drafts Harvick. Right back to lead that lap at the line. Dale Jr. still hasn't led a lap. Johnson by far has led the most so far in this one, but we've got many different leaders. Kevin Harvick should be able to clear off the exit of turn 2, and he does. As he slides up, Johnson crosses back over to the bottom into turn 3. Jimmy gets him back. Slide job of his own. Kevin Harvick looking down low. Jimmy Johnson on the high side again. Almost made contact into turn 3. Really, really close to one another. Johnson trying to squeeze Harvick as much as he can without making contact. Harvick holds on. Johnson did lead the lap at the line. And Harvick's clear off turn 2. Johnson again looking for the crossover. Back and forth go the 29 and the 48. Johnson's clear off turn 4. Now here comes Harvick to the bottom, and Johnson blocks him. And now back to the top to block him as well. Tony Stewart passes Dale Jr. off turn 4 for 3rd. He's going after 2nd. Johnson way up the hill. Both those right side tires in the yellow definitely not helping the handling of the car either. Johnson goes down to side draft the 29 to Harvick down the back stretch into turn 3. Johnson leads that lap. Johnson way up the track. Couldn't hold it. And Tony Stewart's up to second as well. Stewart trying to lead his first lap of the race. See if he'll get underneath Kevin Harvick. Nope, not going to do it that time. Everybody hugging the bottom now. Here comes Tony up high. Little contact. Might have checked up off turn 4. Stalled out the 48 car as well. Now Tony Stewart's going to the bottom for the lead again. Harvick with a block. Johnson again going up the track. Seems like he's a little worse in turns 1 and 2 with how tight the car's getting. This drive underneath Stewart. He's going to stay all the way down low now. And he gets to the inside of Kevin Harvick as well. What a move by Jimmy Johnson to get to the lead. Now Stewart and Harvick are side by side for second. Look at how low Stewart's going on the front stretch. Johnson's going just as low to try and block him. Stewart washes up in front of the 29. Back down in front of Dale Jr. in the 8. Johnson gets loose off of turn 2. And here comes Stewart to the top side. Johnson's car has gone from tight to loose all of a sudden in the flip of a switch. I don't know what the record number of lead changes is on a 1.5 mile race in NASCAR Cup Series history. Whatever it is, it may be broken tonight. Johnson trying to stay in front of Dale Jr. Jimmy gets a little loose. Slid the rear tires. Jr. has the run to the bottom. Johnson may get a decent run off 4. He does, enough to lead the lap. Squeezes Dale Jr. down the front stretch and blocks him into turn 1. Jr. to the top. Oh, Jimmy slides up in front of him again. And they're 3 wide for second place. This is a lot of fun, but it is hectic. Stewart Harvick almost got together. Gordon to the inside of Jimmy Johnson again. Hendrick duo side by side for the lead now. Johnson going to lead another lap at the line, getting that pole down into turn 1. Trying to pinch the 24, didn't work, and the 48 walks up the racetrack. Oh, Gordon just blocked his teammate into the wall. They get clung up together. And Tony Stewart gets to the lead and decides to pit all of a sudden. Oh, jeez. Johnson got really loose off turn 4 that time. Gordon Earnhardt Sadler will pit. Johnson going to stay out to lead more laps. I don't think he's going to stay out too much longer, so he doesn't lose too much time considering how many drivers were under a blanket there inside the top 10 battling for the lead. Despite the wild racing battles for the lead we've seen from the drop of the green flag to lap 62 now, we are still caution-free. They had one caution last night at the Southern 500, and it was with about 30 laps to go. Honestly, as long as Dale Earnhardt Jr. doesn't cycle to the lead, Johnson feels he's got a race car capable enough that he can at least drive back to the front after he makes his stop. Johnson going to pit this time off turn 4. Trying to slow it down, doesn't want to speed. Pit speed limit 70 miles an hour, and he'll get to the pits no problem. 4 tires of fuel for the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. So he'll pit at lap 66, coming to lap 67 for his first stop of the day. Do I go to many races as far as like NASCAR races? Because I've been going to a lot the last few years. Well, I only went to 3 in 2020 because of COVID. They ran a lot of races without any fans. So I only went to 3 that year. Oh, Jimmy Johnson's got the lead. At 2.4 seconds, 2.3 roughly by the time he gets up to speed. And now it's 2.2. All right, so 2.2 second lead for Jimmy Johnson. So he was the last car to hit pit road. We have about 200 laps to go. Yeah, I went to 11 races last year. 2020, I went to 3 races. 2019, I went to 6. 2018, I went to 4. And then the first ever NASCAR race I went to was in 2015, August, Michigan race. It was the weekend of my birthday, so my grandpa got me a ticket. That was the first race I ever went to. So 25 total. 25 cup races, that is. That's not counting Xfinity or truck races. I saw one standalone truck race, one standalone Xfinity race. The standalone Xfinity race was this last season at Mid-Ohio. Then I saw a standalone truck race at Eldora in 2019. Been to Phoenix, Vegas, and Kansas. I have not been to either one of those 3 tracks. I've been going to many different tracks. There's only tracks I've actually raced at. I'm not going to count Gateway. So tracks that they currently have on the schedule that they've raced at before. And if I don't count Coda either, because they've only raced there once, I guess. I've been to all but 9 tracks on the Cup Series circuit. It'd technically be all but 11 because Dakota and Gateway being newer, haven't been there. But I have been to newer tracks on the Cup schedule like Road America, the Indy Road Courses last year, Roval. I'll be at Dirt Bristol next year. I do plan on going to Gateway next year, too. Yeah, the only road course race I plan on going to next year is Mid-Ohio for the Truck Series race. The standalone truck event. It'll be the first time the Truck Series will go there, so I'll go there for that because it's only like an hour and a half away from me. And then the next weekend, IndyCar's racing there, too. Either the weekend before or the weekend after. I still get those weekends flip-flop sometimes. Yes, I am from the Midwest. I'm from the Midwest. I'm not from Wisconsin, though. From Northwest Ohio. Sam, welcome to the stream. That lead's already down to about 0.8 of a second. They're running Johnson down in a hurry. They've got equal tires. It looks like there's 2 drivers closing in on Jimmy. Johnson hasn't had to pass any lap cars yet in this race. They are pretty spread out, though. Yeah, I haven't been to any tracks out west. I do want to go to Kansas next year, though. I know it's not really out west. It's west of where I live. The only tracks west of where I live that I've been to is Chicagoland and Road America last year. I guess technically Nashville and Talladega would be west, but it's mainly south. It's like southwest. That's what Kansas would be, too. From Wisconsin, just north of northern Iowa. Nice. Are you a cheesehead also? So Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart were the 2 drivers that have run down Jimmy Johnson. They have a 3-car battle for the lead. Well, Johnson just keeps battling like he did in that first run. They won't pull away from him. But he has to keep the battle on, obviously, for that to happen. This lap car, Kyle Petty in the 45. Oh, he pulled down just enough that Johnson checked up a little early into turn 3. Then he moved up out of the way at the last second, but Johnson already lost a little bit of momentum. Now it's Tony Stewart's turn to get around Petty. Don Grimes, welcome to the stream. Oh, gotcha. Well, welcome, Trevor. Welcome back. You're in time for the championship race tonight at Homestead on NASCAR Cheesecake Cup 2005. 3-car battle for the lead right now at lap 80. Just cycled through our first set of pit stops a little less than 15 laps ago. Gordon looking down low for the lead on Jimmy Johnson. He's all the way down on the apron into turn 3. Talking about taking a line away from somebody. He's not clear, though. Remember, he made a bad block, which caused the only caution in the Southern 500. He almost caused the only caution tonight as well with a bad block. Battling his teammate Jimmy Johnson for the lead on both occasions. Johnson trying to side draft him. Jimmy a little loose into 3, hangs on to it. Now he's going to try to side draft the 24 again. That right rear corner panel, he's pinching him back. Tony Stewart still waiting in the wings. What a run by Johnson. He did a perfect job of side drafting Jeff Gordon. Invested in NASCAR stop motion. I don't have the time to do that. It'd be unique for commentary skills, but I do not. I just don't have enough time. I'd have to completely stop doing this part of the YouTube and revert to stop motion. Like, I guarantee you it would take me a couple weeks just to get one race together. I just don't feel like putting that much time, effort, and energy into that when I can do it a lot easier with this. Santiago Kid, welcome to the stream. I don't care what anybody says, tomatoes are veggies. Yes, they are. Tomatoes are vegetables. Who thinks tomatoes are fruits? 48 got a little bit of damage. Very, very light damage. It's nothing that's slowing this car down. I don't think he's got the fastest car in the field today, though. Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart ran down Jimmy Johnson pretty quickly after the pit stops. It only took him a few laps, really. They were 2.2 seconds back. There's Johnson's pickers on it tonight. Dale Earnhardt Jr. still has not led a lap, so Johnson has to finish 41st or better as of right now to win the championship. And one driver, should be Johnny Sauter, is out of the race. And this is the final race of the season. Johnson got a little loose off turn 2. Great job keeping it off the wall. He's going to block Stewart for second as Gordon already took the lead. Now Johnson drives it in flat into turn 3. He goes to the apron, kind of like Gordon did a couple laps ago. This time, though, Johnson clears him, unlike what Gordon was able to do a few laps prior. A lot of people say they're fruit. I think they're vegetables. Working produce now, they're vegetables. Yeah, they're vegetables. I don't. How do you explain that they're fruits? They just got that, like, I don't know how to explain it. You would think, like, fruits have, like, that that distinguished taste. Jeff Gordon got really loose into turn 1. It looked like he clipped the left rear corner panel of the 20 of Tony Stewart. Somehow Stewart held on to the race car as well as Gordon. That could have been the first caution. Stewart is up to second. Stewart to the bottom. I don't think he's led yet today. I think that one time he about took the lead, he pitted. Johnson side drafted him down the back. It's going to bring Gordon right back into it in a hurry. Okay, somebody else is raining down these guys. I think that's Matt Kenseth back there in 4th. Johnson going to lead this lap now as he crowds Stewart down the front stretch. Big block into turn 1. Stewart goes way up the racetrack, and he's in the wall. Tony Stewart overdrives the car into the wall. Gordon back to second now. Cars are slipping and sliding. This track's got a lot of grip, though. First year with this repave and reconfiguration was in 2003. This is 2004 season. Still relatively fresh. Only one race a year at Homestead. Never ran more than one race a year at this facility. Johnson in the middle, Stewart on the high side, Gordon to the bottom. Tony almost got the wall again off turn 2. For the second time in a 3-lap stretch, he could have put himself in the wall in that corner. Johnson really backs up turns 3 and 4, trying to stay in front of Gordon. Menards versus Home Depot. Is that where you do your shopping? I mean, I work at a distribution. I don't actually work in a store. We have the closest store to us, hardware at least, would be Lowe's. It's about a 10-minute drive. We gotta drive like 20 minutes to get to a Home Depot. Roughly 20, 25 minutes. Same thing with Menards. Closing in on lap 100. Just a few more laps. It's been a long time since I've been in a Home Depot store. I don't think I've been in one since I started working at the distribution. Lowe's is just so close, it's just easier to go there. The lap cars at the top 3 are coming up on. Even these lap cars, Barry Baker and Rocky Perry have been battling with each other. They're side by side going into turns 3 and 4. Johnson staying down low, trying to get away from him. Johnson can't quite clear Baker. He did clear Perry. Now he clears Baker. Barry Baker's at the long-lost nephew of Buddy Baker. What a move by Stewart. He got around Gordon in a hurry. He's trying to do the same on Johnson. Jimmy's going to lead that lap, though. Welcome to the stream, John. Tony Stewart. To the lead off turn 2. Can he get his first lap led in, though? Johnson's going to flatline it into turn 3. Gets it to stick, too. I was just shocked. I was expecting a slide job maneuver, but he didn't really have to slide up the track at all. Stewart to the bottom. Johnson up high. Gordon now on the inside. They're 3 wide for the race lead at Homestead. Oh boy. I believe Tony Stewart just cleared Jeff Gordon. And he should be able to clear Jimmy Johnson. How did Stewart hold on in the middle? Stewart leads his first lap of the day. That was pretty impressive. All 3 of those guys went 3 wide. They never made contact with one another. Johnson almost slides into Stewart. Stewart somehow didn't get through the center of the corner that well, though. And Jimmy's underneath him. It's definitely has race of the year written all over it. Comes Tony down low. Oh, big check that time by Johnson. It's the battle of the hardware cars, Home Depot and Lowe's. Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson. Haven't really seen these two battle much this year, really outside of Martinsville. First Martinsville race. Had a bit of a rivalry going on at that time. Should do an end of year award ceremony. I do plan on doing a video for the end of the year as far as the channel goes again, though. Not an award ceremony, though. Way too many races to do an award ceremony. Yeah, if only Paul Menard was up here battling, we'd have all three hardware cars battling. The rookie Menard nowhere to be found in this one. Johnson and Stewart battle again. Johnson clears Stewart into turn one. These top three have been racing really hard with each other. Nobody else has ran them down, though, over the course of this current tire stint. Oh, wow, Stewart. Looked like he was about to pull up and block the 48. Johnson got out of the gas a little early into the corner, expecting the 20 to move up, which he did. Big block by Stewart again. He just about wrecked the 48, who had his left sides down in the grass. And he still passes Tony Stewart, but Gordon's going to get through and he's going to get to the lead. Oh my goodness. Johnson's all over the place now. Trying to get his momentum back. Some lap cars up there going 3 wide. Talk about a bad block by Tony Stewart, though. It's all the way down to the apron. Johnson's left side tires were in the grass going into turn one. Now Gordon's doing the same thing. He's blocking like crazy. That was a clean block, though. Johnson going up the hill. 3 and 4. So he's trying to find his way around Jeff. Oh, man, Johnson walks up the track again. You know, he's going to be in the middle. Tony Stewart's down low. Gordon's still on the high side. They're 3 wide for the lead. This might not end well. Oh, my gosh. Gordon drops back. Johnson almost got into Stewart getting into turn 3. We got about 4 lap cars coming up the way. So close to making contact on the front stretch even as Johnson and Stewart side-draft each other. Now they've been contacted. Up into the wall they go. Both cars into the wall. Gordon in the lead. I had a feeling that was going to happen after some point. These guys have been battling so hard for so long. Dale Jr. up to second. Elliott Sadler back in the mix. Gordon's got a bunch of lap cars in front of him, though. So even though he's got a 1.3 second lead, they're going to try to get back. Can't tell which one's Jeff Gordon up there. Leads under a second off of turn 4, though. Elliott Sadler's up to third. Dale Jr. back to fourth. Not even sure where Tony Stewart's at. Probably fifth. Yeah, Tony Stewart's in fifth. Yeah, no caution. Both cars are able to keep it straight. They did get into the wall. Oh, now we got a caution. Well, I don't know where that ended up. It looks like there's trouble in turns 1 and 2. Our first caution of the race tonight at Homestead. And it's going to involve the 43 car of Jeff Green, who spins on his own. Oh, backs it down into Mark Martin. Somebody else got collected as well. Middle of turns 1 and 2, just car slipped out from underneath. It might have touched the yellow line. A little too late in the corner. I don't know who that generator driver was that got caught up in it. And we're going to be seeing some pit stops, I'd imagine, under the second caution. So this is going to throw the strategy off with this caution coming out before the end of the second fuel run. 4 tires of fuel, and everything's going to be bunched back together again. Oh, boy. Well, Gordon's big lead that he had, and he looked like he was actually getting through those lap cars pretty good, is now gone. We'll see who's going to win the race, off of pit road. And Jeff Gordon wins the race out of the pits. Dale Jr. second, Sadler third. Contact between Johnson and Stewart. And it sounds like some drivers might have stayed out. So that's interesting, too. I don't think that actually was the case. No, it wasn't. Johnson lost 1 spot in the pits. Actually, 2 spots. He goes from second back to fourth. Green flag back in the air. Oh, my goodness. He's being aggressive here. Trying to go up the middle. 3 wide on the restart between the lap cars and Elliott Sadler. He gets hung up on Baker. Kind of figured he wasn't going to get through there cleanly. Gordon holds on to the lead out in front. Dale Jr. now going to try to go up the middle. Gordon trying to get away. Wimmer, the lap car, pulls up in front of Dale Jr. Johnson gets around Wimmer and Jr. off of turn 4, and he's going to try to go after Gordon. Three wide. Back in that pack. Gordon thought about blocking Johnson. Johnson gets under it. Now he goes up to side draft. Everybody on fresh tires. We got a new race. Reset after the caution. Johnson to the lead into turn 3. Gordon drove it in there deep. Well, Dale Jr.'s got new life again. Still has not led a lap. Now we don't know exactly how many cars are out. We know Johnny Sauter's out of the race, but we have no clue if anybody DNF'd in that 3-car crash that brought out the first caution. At about lap 111. Gordon's trying the bottom. He's going up to the high side now in 3 and 4. Definitely not hard to pass today, that's for sure. Compared to the last 2 tracks we were at. Johnson with the protective line down to the bottom. Gordon going to try the outside again through 3 and 4. He's got to be careful. Dale Jr. might get underneath him. Jr. almost got underneath. I think he is underneath him. Gordon trying to block. Into turn 1. Gordon got a great run off of 4. So that was the setup corner by going to the outside. And 3 and 4 to charge to the bottom underneath his teammate Jimmy Johnson. They're side by side for the lead. Somebody else is on pit road. Might have just blown an engine not long after the restart. Bonus race tonight? No. you kidding me? I'm doing 2 cup races on a work night. No way. I'll be eating dinner, working out, getting in the shower, and going to bed when I'm done. Oh, wow. Johnson sliding up the track in turn 1. Great cross to the bottom by Jeff Gordon. Johnson gets the run off the high side. Jeff Gordon leads. Still just shy of the halfway mark. Dale Jr. perhaps going to try to go for his first lead of the race. He may get there this time. Oh, well, he might take him out. Junior's in the wall, and around he goes. Back down into traffic. Dale Jr. pushed the limit just a little too hard, getting into turn 3. Our second caution of the night. Oh, man, right into Ryan Newman. And Newman backed down into somebody else, it looked like. After he got in the wall, it looked like Bobby Labonte. Got into Newman well after the fact, and we get our second caution. Everybody's going to stay out. Saw that with Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart a while back, but they were both able to save it. Johnson gets a good launch on the restart. Dale Jr. got put in the middle, 3 wide by the lap cars. Hopefully cautions don't start breeding more cautions. It is a scattered mess back there. Dale Jr.'s just got nowhere to go. Championship push there, yeah. And Jr. definitely got loose. Somebody is back out on the racetrack after blowing an engine earlier. I didn't hear who the crew chief said it might have been. There's Jeff Green. He brought out the first caution. Johnson's loose off turn 2, just trying to hang on. Jeff Green is holding up Jimmy Johnson. Green is a lap down. He is not on the lead lap. Johnson back to the bottom into turns 1 and 2. Green in the Bugles 43 car. Haven't had Bugles in a long time. Almost forgot that was a snack. So Dale Jr. still trying to get that first lap led in. If he can just get 1 lap led, Johnson would have to finish 40th or better again. Unless Jimmy goes on to lead the most laps, which again may happen as well. Off turn 4, Jr. looking low. Again, he'll pull alongside Johnson. Almost did, at least. Harvick's underneath. Oh, Harvick now. He pushes it too hard, and he's in the wall. Harvick backs it down into traffic again. Dale Jr. was on his outside, and that was very similar to what Dale Jr. did when he drove it in deep. Back down in front of Jeff Gordon. Casey Mears piles in. Like Elliott Sadler got a piece. 5-car crash, bringing out our third caution of the day. And everybody will likely stay out of the pits again as we are at the halfway mark. Cautions breeding cautions in the middle of the race. Junior's now been involved in each of the last 2 accidents. Green flag back in the air at lap 136. Oh, geez, Johnson spins some tires on the restart. He was able to get down in front of the 45, though. Kyle Petty. Petty's stacking up that outside lane now. Harvick is up there. 3 wide, back in traffic. Oh, boy. Oh, Harvick is almost sandwiched there. 4 wide, nearly off the exit of turn 4. They're hanging on to it 1 lap after the restart. Desperation mode for a lot of these drivers trying to get a win to end the season, whether they're in the championship hunt or not. Dale Jr. all the way to the bottom of the track is allowing Jimmy Johnson to pull away a bit. He'll take it. Dale Jr. up to second. Johnson's car is still relatively damage-free. Junior is right there. Dale going to try the top side into turn 3. May lose second place to Kevin Harvick. And it looks like he will. Johnson's just going to keep going to the bottom. Oh, well, he overdrove the corner big time. Up the hill he goes. Harvick to the lead. Oh, man, he cleared himself there. He was not clear when he pulled up in front of Jimmy Johnson. Dale Jr.'s got to be saying, what do I have to do to lead a lap? Johnson back to the lead. Junior, Harvick crisscrossing for second. Johnson's going all over the place. Does not want to lose the lead. Still curious to know who that 1 lap car is that came out of the pits after blowing an engine earlier. It is Johnny Sauter. Either him or somebody who's involved in one of the first 3 cautions. Junior to the top side. Johnson got loose off the exit of turn 2. Dale didn't want to go to the bottom, though. It might have costed him. Harvick to the lead. Junior is back in third. Now look at Harvick trying to throw a big block. Jimmy Johnson enters really deep. He slides up the hill. Stays in second. Harvick is throwing major blocks. Johnson just gets under him that time. He wasn't down on the apron. He's going to go up the track, though. And here comes Junior to take it 3 wide for the lead. Is he going to clear? No, he will not. They both clear Harvick, though. Junior is going to run the 48 into the wall. Oh, no, he tries to take him out. And Dale Jarrett's going to get to the lead. Johnson back to 6th. I mean, Dale just ran him right into the wall. Johnson was trying to turn to the left, and he just couldn't even get the car to turn. Crazy. Now we got the slow lap car in front of everybody. Oh, my goodness. It's Matt Kenseth in the 17. He's come back out trying to get as many points as he can. Harvick gets to the lead. Oh, my gosh. Johnson trying to block Stewart. Jarrett blocking Johnson. Harvick blocking Jarrett. I think Stewart might have been trying to block Labonte. Kenseth's going to cause a caution how slow he's going every time he catches the pack. Johnson to the lead in 3 and 4, powering past Harvick. Championship fight. It's sad that Junior's actually just trying to take us out to win the championship. Well, it goes to show anything can happen still. Title fight not over yet. Definitely some bent-up sheet metal in tonight's race. Johnson blocking Harvick. Harvick was throwing big blocks on Jimmy earlier. Jimmy goes way up the track, though. Entered way too flat into turn 1. A side draft to 29. Nobody pitted under the last 2 cautions, but everybody pitted under the first caution back at about lap 111. We went green at lap 115, 114, somewhere around there. And Joe Nemechek in the mix. He hasn't won a race all season for MB2 Motorsports. Nemechek in third. Johnson with a bold maneuver to hold on to second place. Joe Nemechek, the non-chase driver, trying to win his first race of the season in the season finale. Oh my gosh, Johnson now goes up the track into Harvick, and Joe Nemechek is going to take the lead. Well, he's not clear yet. Oh boy, Johnson's hanging on the right rear. Don't want to turn him. Nemechek's not going to clear, but he will lead his first lap of the race. Joe Nemechek out in front at Homestead. About 115 to go. Oh, Tony gets up the track, nearly into the wall, and he is into the wall, and now the 88 of Jarrett slides down the track. Johnson and Jarrett are in the grass. McMurray now gets knocked into the wall. He's sideways. What happened there? I think Tony Stewart slipped up the track that time. Heavy damage to the back of the 48. Here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. again. Nemechek's got a pretty big lead. Oh, now Junior again is just trying to take out Jimmy Johnson at this point. I mean, they're rivals for whatever reason. Junior keeps trying to take out Johnson. Everybody's just walking up the track, though, in the bottom lane. Junior's done it 3 times now. I'm starting to think it's intentional with him. We saw it with Harvick once, and we saw it with Stewart, obviously, as well. Yeah, now Johnson's 3 wide on the outside. Still 3 wide on the top. Oh, here comes Dale Jr. down on the bottom. Oh, he's sandwiched 3 wide middle now. Maybe he might be able to stay in front of those guys. Johnson brushes the wall. Oh, Junior! Oh, well, he just wiped him out again. Johnson slides into the grass and he saves it. Dale Jr. just trying to wipe out Jimmy Johnson tonight. That is the 4th time. The sad part is he's a rival because he was the one that was ramming us. Like, that's just not even fair. He's literally just trying to take us out to win the championship. We thought we'd have a fair fight tonight, but that is not the case. Johnson's going to pit. I'm sure everybody's going to pit this time off turn 4. We'll try to get a reset here. Lucky having DNF with these hits. I mean, something's... I hate that it comes down to Dale Jr. trying to wreck us and us just trying to survive. I'd rather just let the race itself play out naturally. I can't believe he's doing that, though. First 2 times I thought he got tight, but, now that it's like 4 times after the fact, it's like almost like the game's programmed to, okay, wreck him. He hasn't DNF'd all season. He needs a DNF. But Johnson can still DNF. Finish worse than 40th. And Dale Jr. is going to have to find a way to go on to win this race still. He still hasn't even led a lap. Green flag back in the air. Kenseth's right in the middle of this pack. Don't forget he's really slow. Johnson's going to try to stay to the outside of him. Oh, jeez, he just put it in the wall. Kenseth is in the way of the 48. Oh, my goodness. Nowhere to go. Finally, he gets through. Kevin Harvick leads. Johnson's back to 13th. As far back in the field as he's been all race. Dale Jr. still behind him. I saw him back there in the restart. He also got held up behind Kenseth. I would have said this is going to be the race of the year if it wasn't for that the sloppiness of the last like 40 to 50 laps. One caution came out, that's all it took. Oh my goodness, and we almost had another one. Kyle Petty, he went up the track into Tony Stewart now. Johnson's back inside the top 10. Rusty Wallace is now leading this race, non-chase driver who hasn't won a race all year. Wallace did win a non-points race at the very start of the season, winning the Budweiser Shootout at Daytona. But he has not won a points race. He's 11th in points currently still, and he was the first driver that missed the chase on points at the end of the regular season. Johnson slides up into Ward Burton. XY Games, welcome to the stream. Doing pretty well. We were having a really good race. Now it's kind of got sloppy all of a sudden. Hopefully we can get back to that good, great racing we were seeing earlier. Lead has already cycled hands so many times off the restart alone. I mean, everybody just battles with each other. Nobody can pull away. Wallace was leading. Labonte's leading now, and Nemechek led there for a bit. Johnson to the outside of his teammate Brian Vickers. Vickers was for position. Big stack up, Wallace blocking Harvick. Now the 3 wide. Nemechek out of line. And he has fallen back after leading just a few laps ago. Johnson going to drive it deep into turn 3. Dale Jarrett now leads the field. Another non-chaser. A lot of non-chasers up here who haven't won all season. They're trying to get their first win of the year with the last opportunity to do so. Johnson on the restart has driven his way towards the front. He blows past both Rusty Wallace and Dale Jarrett. Still going 3 wide back there for about 4th. Oh, Johnson's going to get big time loose into 3, and he hangs on to it. Brilliant save. And we'll give the lead back to Wallace, it looks like. Maybe, yes. Rusty Wallace back out in front. Jarrett to the top. The racing tonight has almost been like the other track in Florida. A few hours north of here. Not like Homestead. He got the run off turn 4. And he leads that lap, and now he has clinched the most laps led. So 42nd place finish or better for Jimmy Johnson will win the championship. Slow car, Matt Kenseth coming up. Johnson may get picked behind him. No, he gets down in front of Walls with a great run on the high side off the exit of turn 2. As the field rushes by, Kenseth to the bottom. As far as Matt Kenseth hasn't caused a caution yet. Race isn't over, though. Big block at the start-finish line for Johnson on Wallace. Trying to hold that bottom lane into turn 3. Wallace goes up the track. Kevin Harvick underneath him for second. Both the Roush Yates cars, or not Roush Yates, but the Robert Yates cars of Elliott Sadler and Dale Jarrett are inside the top 5. Sadler's blown a lot of engines this season. No matter what, though, he will go down as a winner, winning the Daytona 500 at the start of the year. Pulling off the upset there. Really the only upset of the season. Still, even to this point, the only non-chase driver to win all year. It was before the chase started, of course. Oh, he did not know Sadler was there. Trying to get back down to the bottom, and then set off a chain reaction, which also shuffled Bobby Labonte out of line. on the high side through 3 and 4. It is just a 1 pit stop race to the end. Jarrett. Oh my goodness, how many times did he get blocked Johnson in the middle of the corner? While not being clear fully when he does it. Harvick trying to hold on. He's got 1 win in the chase at Dover. That ended under a caution. Johnson slides around him. Harvick gets into the wall off turn 2 as well. Pushing it too hard to try and stay alongside the 48. Definitely seems like a race that's going to come down to the last lap. Just the way there's been so many different leaders, so many different lead changes, all passing. Whether short runs, long runs, doesn't matter. Restarts cycling through the green flag pit stops, which we only really did once. Dale Jarrett looking low. Harvick down to the inside. Sadler closes back on his teammate Dale Jarrett. Side drafts Harvick. Beats him back to the start-finish line. Johnson was hesitating there. He was able to clear Jarrett. Only for Jarrett to get back underneath him into turn 3 anyway. Johnson again crowds him though and forces himself down in front of him. Now to the inside of Harvick off the exit of turn 4. How did Johnson get that great of an exit to the corner? He's got to go up the track. Almost gets into Harvick. Harvick actually might have lifted and let Johnson in. Kenseth might get in the way. Johnson gets by to the inside down the back straightaway. Kenseth off the pace. Trying to get a top 5 points finish, and he held up Kevin Harvick big time back there. Only Johnson and the Roush. Sorry, I almost keep saying Roush Yates. I'm saying Roush Yates because that's what the Ford engines are now, but Robert Yates Racing Fords and Dale Jarrett and Sadler get by. All right, all it takes is a little bit of battle, and those other guys are going to catch right back up again. Jarrett on the inside of Elliott Sadler. Clears him off of turn 2. Sadler going to try to cross him back over into 3. Here comes Sadler down to the bottom. Johnson going to try to block down there. He's all sorts of sideways into turn 1. Having a hard time hanging on to that race car with all the damage to the rear bumper. There it is, Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick back in it. Handful of cars behind them as well. Jared with a mean block into 1 on Harvick. And Sadler drove it in so deep, and so did Johnson. If I finished first, would I still win the yeah, and 40th or better coming into the race. As of right now, it's 42nd or better, considering Johnson's clinched the most laps led. Dale Jr. has not led a lap yet, so no bonus points for Dale Jr. Jimmy Johnson has scored 10 bonus points for leading a lap and now leading the most laps. And he has already clinched the most laps led. Kenseth is still putt-putting around out there, so we know Johnny Sauter's out of the race. Johnson DNF now, he might finish 42nd. Dale Jr. would have to win, though, too, and it's not in the top 5 right now. He's been as high as 2nd in this one. The battle for the championship is nowhere near as enticing as this battle for the race win. It's basically anybody's race still. Of course, we got one more pit stop left as we still have 81 laps to go. Oh, Gordon's going to drive it in deep. He gets into his teammate. Up the track go the Hendrick Chevrolets. Seen that happen way too many times in this one. Here comes Dale Jr. Terry Labonte to the outside will let his teammate go again. Dale Jr.'s all over the back of the 48. Johnson trying to block him. He wants to keep him behind him. We know Jr.'s going to try to take a swing. Jr. overdrove turn 3 to the outside. Rusty Wallace going to get back underneath him. Ryan Newman leads 3 wide into turn 3 for the lead nearly. I think Jared and Newman about made contact. Everybody's closing in on Matt Kenseth again. Pit window is almost open to the end of the race. Sadler cuts down right in front of Jimmy Johnson. Luckily, Johnson, for now at least, is getting away from Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jarrett to the inside of Harvick, side by side for the lead. Matt Kenseth's going to get in the way. And he gets in the way of the 29. And Ryan Newman as well. Oh, contact between Johnson and Harvick. Harvick to the inside of Jimmy for second, trying to cross him back over. Not clear. Johnson goes down the side draft, the right rear corner panel. Johnson trying to squeeze Harvick. Clears him into turn 3. Johnson to the lead. Clears Dale Jarrett. Jarrett going to try the crossover to the bottom. He's there. He is still there. What a drive by Jarrett down to the inside. Had almost all 4 tires below that white line and on the apron. Almost blocks Jimmy Johnson, but not quite. Johnson hangs onto the right rear quarter panel to stay alongside with Jarrett. Still side by side for the lead and tight. Jimmy back out in front for now. It's the 88. Underneath, Johnson slides way up the racetrack. Is Jarrett going to be able to clear off turn 2? He's going to try it. He is clear. Oh, Harvick, Johnson, get together. Hang on. Jimmy's still loose. Harvick underneath him. Jarrett blocking all the way to the bottom. Oh, my goodness. Johnson all sorts of sideways off turn 4, and Harvick's back to second. Johnson goes up the hill again, but so does Dale Jarrett, and Harvick's going for the lead. But he can't clear him, and they're going to slow each other down the back with a side draft, and here comes Jimmy Johnson. Johnson's loose into 3, but he sends it in there. Oh, he gets into Harvick. Up the track they go again, into the wall, and the 48 gets turned down into the 88 of Dale Jarrett. And they get clung on each other. I think they saved each other from wrecking. And now Jarrett gets loose. He gets into the 48. He's in the wall. Johnson backs down into traffic. And we got another crash. Oh, man, Jarrett piled it down in front of somebody. I think Terry Labonte in the 5. He ends up in the sand on the inside of the racetrack. Johnson also ran down the banking into Elliott Sadler in a big crash involving the leaders. Caution is out with 71 to go. And everybody will pit again. No, Johnson pits. Everybody else stays out. Mac and Cheese 5D Gaming, welcome to the stream. Bumper Cars. Yes, it is. I'm surprised everybody else stayed out of the pits. That was caution number 5, I believe. This is like how the middle of the Martinsville race was, only now it's the championship on the line, the final race of the season. I'm not sure how many cars are on the lead lap, but there's quite a few. I'm surprised they didn't pit.
Looks like we're the only car on pit road during that entire caution.
So everybody stays out. I'm expecting them to pit somewhat soon. Johnson's got fresh tires. Green flag back in the air at Homestead. 68 laps to go on the restart. Pretty sure Johnson can make it on fuel to the end of the race, so I'm not sure why nobody else pit. Johnson went 66 laps earlier, but he also didn't stretch it as far as he possibly could. Well, there's a block by the 111. Johnson's going to have to be patient at the back of the pack here. Oh, man, they're stacking up. 137 cars darting it up the middle. I think Matt Kenseth's holding everybody up right now. Yep, that's exactly what was happening. As Kenseth drops to the back of the pack. Dale Jarrett leading at the front of the field. I have a feeling it's not the last caution. I hope it is. Yeah, I'm just shocked that Jimmy should make it to the end. Nobody else has pit yet. They're 4 wide off the exit of turn 4 in the middle of the pack. Oh, wow. They faded out so quickly. They all got down double file by the time they got into turns 1 and 2. Now they're 4 wide again. Johnson on the bottom that time. Three wide still. Oh, man, that was another big block by Mike Murphy in the 199 or whoever that car was on the outside lane. Most everybody else can make it on fuel. I doubt it, though. Now we got some cars pitting. Well, 3 cars hit the pit lane that time. Johnson's definitely going to have to look out in case more cars pit. At least a few more coming in that time. Johnson's 3 wide middle between Ward Burton, Joe Nemechek. The 0 and the 0-1. Johnson powers through on the fresher tires. This is going to turn out to be an easy win for Jimmy Johnson if it just stays green to the end of the race. Stall Cup, welcome to the stream. Johnson has used the fresh tires to his advantage and has driven his way up to 7th. A lot of cars have pitted under green for their final stops of the day. Oh, there's Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8. I don't think he's led a lap still. He's back inside the top 5, though. Red car coming out of the pits. It's Matt Kenseth in the 17. He's trying to get up to speed. He's very slow as it is anyway. Johnson's just going to have to fall in line behind Dale Jr. and get around Kenseth, the slow car on the outside. He gets alongside Dale Jr. Jr.'s going to try to take a swipe at him. Gets the undercut on him. Oh boy, Jr. started to come down the track. He wanted to turn Jimmy Johnson, and Johnson slides up in front clear off the exit of turn 4. Turn 2, sorry. Having problems with the Patriotic DLC? I have no clue, honestly. I haven't been on NASCAR 21 Ignition the last few days. Terry Labonte, who has not won all season long, is leading this race. The final race of the season. Oh, his teammate Jimmy Johnson is in the best position to win this total. Long as it stays green to the end as he clips Newman, and Newman bounces off the wall. Hendrick Motorsports 1-2 at the front of the field. Oh man, Johnson got tight. Dale Jarrett on the bottom, Labonte up high. Got a shot from the 48. Almost kind of helped him. Oh, Jarrett down low. Johnson in the middle, Labonte stuck up high, 3 wide for the lead. Jarrett's got it. The old timers, Terry Labonte, Dale Jarrett at the front of the field. That's a little loose off 2. Luckily, he had Labonte cleared. That's it all the way down to the apron in turns 3 and 4. Jarrett blocking him all the way to the apron in turns 1 and 2. Jarrett misses the corner. He's almost in the wall. We got a Robert Yates sandwich with Johnson in the middle. Johnson down to side draft and pinch to 38 of Sadler. Into turns 3 and 4, 2x2 for the lead. Hendrick versus Yates. Oh, that's not going to end well. Oh, into the wall hard. Jimmy Johnson. Another caution. Hard lick with the right front into the wall. Terry Labonte as well collected. Our 6th caution of the day. Another bot down in the chat. Johnson's going to have to stay out and keep the track position. I think everybody that did not pit yet will pit. Crew Chief hasn't said anything. We'll see if Johnson will restart from the lead or not. He will. So him restarting from the lead, he wouldn't have been in the lead otherwise. Tough break for everybody that's short pitted. They're going to get trapped a lap down. 47 laps to go. Following caution number 6. Race is definitely getting way too hectic for Jimmy Johnson's liking. Labonte with a block on the restart. Man. Sadler got squeezed 3 wide. Somehow hopped in front of Brendan Gaughan. Oh, Jimmy trying to get down low. He didn't realize Gaughan was there. Got sideways trying to keep it off the 77. Got Labonte underneath him. 3 wide middle. Oh, Labonte! No, he gets into the side of the 48. He's in the wall again. Oh, that time Terry got tight. First time it was Johnson underneath the 5. Then that time Terry Labonte is the one that gets tight. Another stack up. This is just... I don't think we've seen a race like this on this game before. I really don't. We haven't gotten to the Martinsville caution count yet from the first time we were there on the season. Restart for Johnson. It's down to the inside pretty quickly. So many times, though, somebody just gets tight, it seems like, or loose or something underneath the 48 car. It just washes them up into the wall. Not really anything that Johnson could do. Now they're 4 wide. That's not going to work. Oh, my goodness. Kyle Petty's almost up and over. Johnson's on fire. I think he's done. The big one at Homestead is taken out over half the field. And for the first time all season, Jimmie Johnson has just crashed out in the championship race. As long as Dale Jr. didn't win, I'm pretty sure he won the championship. Dave Dunn is the winner. Jimmie Johnson is your 2004 Nextel Cup Series championship, and he didn't even finish the race. 33rd. That was the biggest crash I think we've ever seen in this game. There were 4 wide on the restart going into turn 3. Johnson got loose because he was on the apron. That got ugly quick. Skylight, welcome to the stream. I'm surprised Petty didn't flip. Look at that. I mean, that was like 30 cars it looked like they got caught up in that last crash. Dale Jr., though, did not win. And Johnson still finished 33rd, even with the DNF. That tells me a lot of cars crashed out during that last wreck. Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished in 21st. Champion and a DNF. There we go. 150 laps led. Johnson led the most today. I guess Johnson was the only one that DNF'd in that crash. Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch also... Well, Kenseth finished the race because he came back out. Kurt Busch, Ricky Craven, Ricky Rudd, Jeff Burton, Casey Kane, Parker, Michael Waltrip, Paul Menard, and Johnny Sauter all failed to finish. And of course, again, Jimmie Johnson, who still finished ahead of Kenseth, even though Kenseth finished. 10 drivers DNF today. 30 of them finished on the lead lap. 8 cautions for 26 caution laps. First DNF all season for Jimmie Johnson. It's unfortunate the top 10 streak came to an end in the final race. That race just got stupid once that first caution came out at lap 111. And all 8 cautions came out within about a 100 lap stretch or so. But Jimmie Johnson is your 2004 Nextel Cup Series champion. And he is now enshrined. There he is in victory lane. I wish I had the wrecked car in there too. That'd be pretty cool. We'll take a look at the overall point standings. I hope we don't have another race like that. That was like NASCAR 21 ignition level bad. Honestly. There it is, 86 points. Jeff Gordon actually finishes second. Getting that top 10 where Dale Jr. finished back in 21st. Gordon led some laps as well, scoring 5 bonus points. So it's a 1-2 finish for Hendrick Motorsports in the series championship. Dale Jr. 3rd, Kevin Harvick 4th, Tony Stewart 5th. Rookie Casey Kane finishes 6th. Unfortunately, he lost 2 spots today. Matt Kenseth also losing 2 spots, falling from 5th to 7th. Ryan Newman 8th, Kurt Busch 9th, and Bobby Labonte rounds out the chase. Rusty Wallace still finishes 11th. Dale Jarrett 12th, Jeff Burton 13th. Got Brendan Gaughan, the next rookie, finishes 14th. A lot of these guys, I don't know who would have been last of the drivers that were running full time. Probably Ricky Craven. And 32nd was only 32 cars made a start in every race this season. 43 car fields. Derek Cope with the top 40. Tied with Tony Walker. Johnny Sauter, 50. I'm surprised he didn't make every start this season. Same thing goes for Paul Menard. I was thinking they might have been in every race, but I guess not. How did they finish 53rd, 55th in points? $69 drivers started a race this season for the Cup Series. Nice. Well, Jimmy Johnson gets the pole award season championship. He qualified on the pole today at Homestead. It was his 9th of the season. Dale Jr. had a chance if he qualified on the pole. He could have tied Jimmy Johnson at 8. But he did not even qualify in the top 5. He had 6 straight front row starting spots going into Homestead. Couldn't keep that streak alive either. Look at all the rookies getting poles. Vickers had 3, Gahn had 2, Sauter had 1, Scott Riggs had 1. Only 10 different drivers had pole awards. And Dave Dunn, getting his first career win as a generated rookie driver, would have given us, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 different winners in the regular, 10 different winners total in the season. 2 non-chasers, and the rest were chase drivers. Rusty Wallace and Jeff Green also won exhibition races. Jeff Green won the second Daytona dual race, while Rusty Wallace ended up winning the Budweiser shootout. Jimmy Johnson won the All-Star race and his dual race at Daytona at the beginning of the season. Johnson's the most winningest driver this year as well, with 16 wins on the season, almost 50%. Just an insane year to win the championship, to say the least. No, we won the championship. Johnson won the title. We DNF'd, but we finished 33rd. I didn't realize how many cars were out of the race, so we must have clinched the championship up like before the halfway point with all those drivers that must have blew an engine. I don't remember seeing that many cars blow an engine. The only one that we actually saw was Johnny Sauter, and then Matt Kenseth came back out on the track. I didn't see anybody else. Then again, we had a lot of cautions too, so maybe some of them DNF'd in the wrecks. Well, that's going to wrap it up. Jimmy Johnson, your 2004 Cup Series champion. Kind of a sloppy way to end the season. This season was really good. There were a lot of good races on this season. In the chase, we didn't really have like a close finish that I can really remember. Dover looked like it was going to be, but then the caution came out with 2 to go and it ended under a yellow. I guess the Southern 500 was pretty close. Outside of the Southern 500 last night, and then Talladega as always, I don't really think we had many like nail-biting finishes, but the points dilemma was definitely intriguing, especially Martinsville. We went in with about a 55-point lead or 75-point lead, something like that. And we ended up getting in a crash early, came back to win, rattled 3 wins in a row. Once we got that 3-race win streak, survived Phoenix. Phoenix was only close because of the green-white checker. Johnson obliterated the field that day, but we had a caution with 6 to go, so that was kind of wild. The last, probably 4 out of the last 5 races were just kind of summed up in a nutshell the way this race ended, only we didn't DNF in them. We had some cautions, but survived. Anderson Andrade, welcome to the stream. When do you start NASCAR 06 Total Team Control? I plan on doing a custom schedule season on this game for every series before I do that. But that will be the next classic game playthrough once I get through the custom schedule seasons. I do have the custom schedules already made. You guys will get to fan vote for the drivers I will use in both the modified series and the truck series. I will be running as my old favorite driver, Greg Biffle, for the Busch and the Cup series for the custom schedule season. And you guys fan voted for me to run as Jimmy Johnson. We got him the championship. But now it's time to race for a championship on a full season points format with the custom schedule seasons. We have not won a Cup Series full season points format championship on the channel. So hopefully we can get that done. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Playoff chase, we typically do a better job. I still don't win them all, but we do win a lot of championships. And obviously today we won with Jimmy Johnson. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. NASCAR 21 Ignition coming back to the channel for the next few days. Live stream edition of Career Mode episodes starting tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Originally, we were supposed to do a premiere of the Dover Career Mode race, and it was going to be premiered at 8. We're going to be live streaming it starting at our usual start time for the winter, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully you guys tune in for that one. And it should be all right. I will be using stability help, so it should be better. Finished 4th at Dover in the custom schedule season, so I didn't make it to the end of that race. So hopefully we can do that again tomorrow and put on a good show. Hopefully it's not sloppy like this one was, and we just have some good, hard, but clean, and just good short track racing tomorrow. See you guys. Thanks for watching, and thanks for enjoying this great season. Catch you next time.